The Middlebelt is one of the reasons why the Fulani has not been able to conquer southern Nigeria. I repeat, the Middlebelt is one of the reasons why the Fulani terrorists and jihadists have not been able to conquer southern Nigeria. In fact, Uthman Danfodio was beheaded in the Middlebelt. Uthman Danfodio, the grandfather of these Fulanis, with an agenda to Islamize Nigeria. They were pushing, they came from the core north. After conquering the Hausas, they were going to conquer the Middlebelt, but they stopped. Their advancement was stopped by Middlebelters. And Uthman Danfodio was beheaded by the ancestors of the Middlebelt. So one of the reasons why you see that the Fulanis are finding it difficult to advance into the southern part of Nigeria is the Middlebelt. So we are going to give them kudos to the Middlebelters, irrespective of the fact that one of their sons carried out genocide on the Igbos. That is Gowon. That is Gowon's cross. But the Middlebelt is one of the reasons. You see, the states in the Middlebelt, they are in the middle. Let me call the states. We have Kwara State, Niger State, FCT. We have Kogi State, Nasarawa State, Benue State, Taraba, Plateau, and Adamawa State. These states are in the middle. The Fulani have not been able to conquer or dominate these states we are talking about. When you look at Fulani governors, we have 9 Fulani governors. They are in the core north. Most of them are in the core north. But these states you see, most of the indigenes of those Middlebelts are governors. So the Fulani has not been able to conquer the political terrain, economic terrain of the Middlebelt. So that's why it is difficult for them to advance the way they want to advance into the southeast, the southwest, and the south-south. We know for sure that these guys are surrounded, they are in our bushes. They enter through night, day and morning with Dangote trucks, with all sort of trucks. They go into the bushes, they set up camps, they get intel. Most of these Fulanis, they even know our bushes, our forests, more than some of us Southerners. I have said this before. The other time, Ogun State government arrested more than hundreds of them, entering the bushes for no reason. You see, somebody is coming to a state, all he wants to do is enter the bush. Having so many news about kidnappings, you kidnap people, take them in the bush, kill, and all have you. Some people that are citizens of a country would want to go to another state. Their aim is to enter the bush to commit criminal activities. So we have been relaxing for a very long time, and these people have entered our bushes. They have been able to understand the terrain and route. According to reports, most of them are waiting for the signal. So if not for the Middlebelt, for a very long time, the Fulani will have mostly dominated. They have done it before and they will repeat it again. But the Middlebelters are stubborn. Despite the killings upon killings, the Fulani have not been able to dominate the Middlebelters. So even if Gowon had a reputation for committing genocide on the Igbos, let's give kudos to the Middlebelters. Now, the Sultan of Sokoto and all political influencers in northern Nigeria that spoke up on the 16 Hausa Northerners that were killed in Uromi, Edo State, they are not speaking up, as it were, on the over 100 people that have been killed in the Middlebelt. Why are they killing? Why is it that this thing repeats itself? Every government come and campaign and it repeats itself over and over again. It is because Nigerians are not ready to defend themselves. If Nigerians are ready to defend themselves, they know what to do. I'm telling you, they know what to do. We know that the Fulani have a grudge with people in Benue State. They have a grudge with the village that killed Uthman Danfodio. They have a grudge, and every time they really want to kill. Look at Palm Sunday that was just a few days ago. Look at the killings on a Palm Sunday, and it seems like these people are above the government. We have never had such group carry out such killings in Nigeria. I'm telling you, we have never had such group. Not even the IPOB, not even any group. Not even. But the Fulanis are always featured in these killings. Yet, we are waiting for them to take power 2027. or 2031. We are waiting for them. We are waiting. Some people, some politicians, Southwest politicians, are wanting to have alliance with these people that have been terrorizing the nations called Nigeria. If the Igbos were the ones terrorizing Nigeria like this, would anybody want to have anything to do with Igbos? But yet, you see our Yoruba politicians wanting to have an alliance with these guys from northern Nigeria. Let me tell you, these politicians know better than you and I. They know that some of them even know the sponsors, but they will not come out and say. They were asking BC Akonde, who killed Delegiwa. He said some of them, they know what is happening, but they will prefer going to their grave than revealing the truth. These are the people that are in leadership positions that want to make Nigeria better. Tinubu as a Southern president has failed as a leader in terms of security. Forget, Ibadan media cannot paint this one at all. You cannot maneuver and do magu-magu over this one. The president has failed in terms of security. During the time of Jonathan, Tinubu made a statement. Said anything in security, you blame the president. But look at what the killings in Plateau State. Tinubu as the president is now blaming the governor. You can see hypocrisy and sycophancy in the highest level. So we thank God that the Middlebelt, which aligned with the Hausas who fought against the Biafrans, are getting the heat from the Fulani. And you see, if the Fulani overrun the Middlebelt, my brother, it will be difficult for the Igbos to be able to withstand the tsunami that these Northerners will bring under a one Nigeria. Under a one Nigeria. Under a one Nigeria. I know it is important for the Igbos to be involved in military, in the Nigerian military, because it has its own advantages. Although they gang up against the Igbos, let me read what Abaribe said about Igbos joining the Nigerian military. We know that a lot of things are happening. A lot of politics is going on. We know that Nigeria, the political space seems to doesn't want to give the Igbos a chance. It seems there's a gang up. There's a natural hate or natural sentiment against the Igbos when it comes to ruling the country. Let's look at what Abaribe said. Joining the Nigerian military is akin to signing a death warrant that may not even last a year. For the Igbo people, the military offers little to no future. Tell me, can you name a single man, Igbo man, holding a top-ranking position in the Nigerian armed forces? That is Senator Eyinaya Abaribe. When it comes to CBN, NNPC, and all the top shot positions, you will not see them display asking Igbo to join. It is important for the Igbo to join the military. You know why? Number one, experience, contact, and connections. We had to voice out when the military came begging youths in the southeast to join the military. Yes, we had to voice out and we identify the issues, the problem. We ask questions. But beyond those questions you are asking, it is important that the Igbos join the Nigerian military. You know why? Because if we don't really have the population, these Fulanis, these Northerners will fill in the post in the military. And they might use that to bamboozle, to bully other ethnicity in Nigeria. There's no oneness, even in the Nigerian military. It is being confirmed that some soldiers have sentiment for Boko Haram. See, the reason why you see the Fulani can be going rampage like this is because the military does not want to do its job. As if we have the Nigerian military filled with Southerners, at least 60%. Do you think that these Fulanis that are running rampage from one village to another will continue? It's because they have sympathizers from the security agencies. If you have an issue with an Hausa person, my brother, even if the Hausa person is at fault, at the end of the day, he might have a leverage against you, over you. If you take him to police station, they will release him. They might release him without any whatever. It shows you the sentiment everybody has. Look at the president called Tinubu, or look at Buhari, a president. a president that is supposed to be for Nigerians, liking Buhari a president and an army officer. President for all Nigerians, army officer to serve all Nigerians. Now, when Buhari wants to appoint, he appoints because of ethnicity. When the army officer wants to go carry out an operation against the Fulani, who might be his people, his nephews and cousins, what stops him from having that sentiment? Do you think it's not possible? If the commander-in-chief of the armed forces can be nepotistic, can show nepotism, is it an army officer that will not show nepotism? So the reasons why you see this Fulani are running rampage, because the security apparatus have not been able to do the thing it's supposed to do. We have seen videos of officers complaining, no rifle, this, they don't want us to go after them, they want to give us ammunition, they want us to go after them with bare hands so that they can kill us. We know where they are. Instead of us to go after them, they are saying we should withdraw and retreat. We know some of this, we have watched some of these videos and we have confirmed so many things about sabotage. So you see, the Sultan and all these political whoever in northern Nigeria, it is time for you people to speak against the ills and take action, because Boko Haram cannot survive without the support of the political class in the northern part of Nigeria. There is no armed struggle in any place that does not have the support of the politician or the government. There's no armed struggle, whether it is Boko Haram. Politicians must have a hand in it. Yes, politicians must have a hand in it. Let's move on. We know that some communities are adopting the Plateau State governor said that everybody should defend themselves. So every community, defend yourself. You know how you're going to defend yourself. Defend yourself against any intruder. If somebody comes to unalive you, defend yourself. We know they said the best form of defense is attack. So the governor has said defend yourself. The DSS have told you defend yourself, so you know what to do. There were 2 attacks in Plateau State. One of the attacks failed because the community had to defend themselves. The community had to make sure that those people were dropped down. Yes, they weakened those people from killing anybody and they ran away. So everybody is, in fact, it is God-given right for you to for preservation of life. You have a right to take care of yourself, take care of your health. So that's your right. Nobody needs to even give you that right. Nobody can take the right away from you, from preserving and defending your life. That, having said that, now, Sultan-led traditional rulers, Sultan-led northern traditional rulers want Tinubu government over rising killings. They say enough is enough. Sultan-led northern traditional rulers want Tinubu government over rising killing, saying enough is enough. Who are those? Who are the sponsors of the killing? Who are the terrorist sympathizers? Even it took Buhari as president a very long time for him to recognize Boko Haram as a terrorist organization. Imagine they were pressuring a president. They were pressuring a president to gazette Boko Haram as a terrorist organization. But they were quick to call IPOB terrorists. Is it not these northern leaders that are the ones fueling this crisis in the northern part of the country? So you are warning the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration that enough is enough. Enough is enough over worth. Well, I blame the president because trying to be politically correct, the same problem we have during Buhari is the same problem we're having during Tinubu. Shetima said he was going to handle security. Even Shetima self, we don't know where he did again. It seems now ghost worker. I saw some people calling Shetima ghost worker. We have not seen his brake light. He has not said anything. That means a lot of things are happening, my brother. Tinubu ghost worker, Shetima ghost worker. Things are just happening. Things are just happening. Killings upon killings. I tell people, even with the silence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, however, the inactiveness of the president, Because you can't say you have a security apparatus in a country which are being paid by taxpayers' money, I will be in my house. People will come and attack with AK-47. I survive. The government say they are on top of the situation. They will still come again. I survive. They come the third time. They keep people around. The president leave, another president coming to power. The same thing still reoccurring, still happening. The root problem, they refuse to address the root problem. The governor came out and spoke boldly against these guys. And we hear the president Tinubu saying that he should stop communal killings. When it comes to security in Nigeria, the governors are not real chief security officers of their state. It is Tinubu who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces that appoint the IG, that appoint DSS, that appoint FCC, that appoint chief of army staff, chief of defense staff. They are the ones that are responsible for anything at all. So the governors are just caretakers. So you are telling the governor to deal with communal crisis. What is now the role of the commander-in-chief? When Jonathan was there, you said that it is Jonathan that should be blamed for the crisis in Yobe and Borno State. You said so. But now it's your turn and you are playing politics with that. I have said it. Nigeria is not a real place. These leaders, if they are really for the people, you will know and see it. I don't blame people that are supporting this kind of administration. It is your will to support. Nobody is going to gag you. You have your reasons for supporting the administration. I have my reasons for supporting Tinubu as per handling the Fulani and restructuring. But I don't see him as someone that can bring good governance to the people. Me, that one and my own personality, I don't even see him in that level. You know, really did here. But the point here is that it is the Fulani. The Fulani equation needs to be dealt with. I told my Yoruba brothers that Igbos are not your problem. If you see them as your problem, so be it. We have a Yoruba state launched in the north central because of the actions of the Fulani. We have had Fulani kill people and take over their land. Have you heard of Igbo people kill and take over people's land? Or they take over people's... Is it only in the southwest that we have Igbos? Have you heard of Igbo people taking over people's heritage and whatsoever? Going there, becoming... See, there's nothing you can do. The Fulanis are the ones, are the real problem we have in Nigeria today. Because everywhere you go, Fulani herdsmen. You go here, Fulani herdsmen. You go there, Fulani herdsmen. So enough is enough. Sultan-led northern traditional rulers want Tinubu government over rising killings. But that will not stop him from coming second term. Buhari did his own 8 years. These Sultan-led northern traditional rulers didn't come out to say anything. The other time we saw Sultan. There's a video going viral. Sultan was speaking. He said so many things. He said more people are being killed in some developed nations every day than total amount of people killed in Nigeria in a month. So he's comparing the people killed in Nigeria that the people are not being killed enough in Nigeria compared to other nations. When you want to start comparing Nigeria with other nations, it is when it comes to bad thing. Good thing, you cannot compare. You cannot compare the economy of Nigeria and the other nations. Developed nations, this happened, this happened. This happened, this happened. We are not at war. Most of those developed nations are at war. For instance, we have Iran, we have Israel, we have the United States, we have Ukraine, we have Russia. They are officially at war. Russia, Ukraine. And even the economy is even more stable than Nigeria's a country. Nigeria is not at war in quote, but these things are happening. Is it the ones that the media have not documented? If we have vibrant media, like we have in Lagos and other states, the way social media and the media is vibrant in Southwest and other southern states, if it's so vibrant in Plateau, you know that the killings are much more than you think. And the same Sultan said something else after making that assertion. Nigerians are not killed enough. Other people die plenty now compared to Nigeria. He now said, social media is a terrorist organization. We must deal with Social media is a terrorist organization that we must deal with. Security agencies must deal with this terrorist organization called social media. This is coming from the Sultan of Sokoto. Well, I've said it. These old men you see, they are going to go to their grave without leaving any legacy. They will go to their grave without leaving any legacy. And they are not ashamed of it. And they are showing their shame. They are exhibiting their shame in the public. If not for social media, do you think some of these things that are happening will not be exposed? Some of the plans of the Fulani. If not for social media, would the northern politicians know that some people, in quote, some Hausa hunters, in quote, were killed in Uromi? If not for social media, don't you think that most things will have been buried? Most of these, the Fulani have been, yeah, the Fulani, they are afraid, as it were, because the era of the social media has come to stay. There's nothing you can do about it. If you don't use social media, you should go to another world, not in the earth. It's a global thing, a global phenomenon. You can't stop people from using social media. But the social media we have is exposing the activities of the Fulani. And it is passing a message to people to understand that the Fulani has an agenda looking at these killings. We have seen, even with that, okay, maybe we have been unfair to the Fulanis. When there's a killing in northern Nigeria, these guys will not condemn it. But when there's a killing of a northerner in the southeast, they will condemn it. Does it not tell you a lot of things? Does it not expose a lot of things about these people? So let the Sultan of Sokoto, well, I will not say he should go and sit down. I will not say he should look for better things to do. When we look at Sokoto, that he is the Sultan for how many years? Underdeveloped. Ravaged by insecurity. Look at how you implement Sharia. Your implementation of Sharia has not brought any development, reasonable development to you. It's even dragging the region backward. And you come out and you think people respect you. I like the way Yoruba Muslims has handled this thing of Salah fasting the last time. These guys are showing that they are irresponsible leaders. They are leaders that are highly irresponsible. So whatever it is, the Fulani must be stopped. Whether it is their traditional leaders, their religious leaders, their politicians, and their foot soldiers, which are the ISWAP, the bandits, and the Boko Haram, and the Lakurawa, Akwad. Wherever they are, they must be stopped. And their time is coming very soon. These terrorists must be stopped.